Welcome back to FlyEaglesFly News, where we dive into everything surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles and bring you an in-depth look at their journey toward the playoffs. This season has been a whirlwind for this team, filled with moments of brilliance and times that leave fans scratching their heads. But that's exactly what makes following the Eagles so exhilarating. Let's start by talking about the offense, because this unit has been fascinating to watch from start to finish. There have been games where the timing, chemistry, and execution all align perfectly, and it feels like watching a well-oiled machine in action. Each completed pass, each perfectly timed route, and each explosive run reminds us why this team has consistently been in contention over the years. Yet, like any team striving for excellence, there have been moments when the rhythm faltered, especially in the later stages of certain matchups, leaving questions about whether the coaching staff is maximizing the incredible talent on the roster. Insights from observers have highlighted these second-half struggles, showing that even elite teams experience periods of inconsistency. The Eagles have playmakers scattered throughout the lineup, and while individual brilliance can shine, football ultimately depends on precise teamwork. And sometimes that magic needs a little fine-tuning to fully emerge in critical moments. Over the past couple of days, I had the chance to travel through some parts of Pennsylvania, connecting with fans and enjoying a more personal side of life away from the field. A visit to Lancaster allowed me to spend quality time with family while reflecting on the journey of football both in the NFL and locally. The energy from fans in these communities is remarkable. Seeing people who follow the Eagles closely, who understand the nuances of the game, adds another layer to appreciating this team's journey. Traveling to nearby Downingtown offered similar experiences, meeting locals who are invested in each snap, each game, and each decision made on the field. It's fascinating to consider how many players have emerged from these areas, moving through college programs and into the professional ranks. There's something uniquely compelling about watching a local talent grow into an NFL contributor, and that connection between hometown pride and professional achievement makes every game feel even more intimate and personal. Turning back to the league itself, the unpredictability of the NFL was on full display last night. Unexpected outcomes have a way of shifting the playoff landscape instantly. A team that was widely expected to dominate found themselves trailing early, and although they attempted a comeback, it fell just short. Key plays, missed opportunities, and exceptional efforts from defensive players remind us that no matchup is ever guaranteed. For the Eagles, these kinds of results highlight the importance of positioning and preparation. Currently, Philadelphia sits in a strong spot with at least a top 3 seed in the NFC locked in, which guarantees home field advantage for at least one postseason contest. There's still potential for movement in the standings, depending on the final week of the regular season, and a top-to-finish could set up a particularly favorable path, making every remaining game strategically significant. Understanding these scenarios is crucial, as it allows teams to balance performance with preparation, ensuring players are ready when the postseason intensity ramps up. Looking ahead to potential playoff matchups, there are intriguing challenges on the horizon. Facing teams like the Rams, Packers, or 49ers presents a variety of obstacles, each requiring its own unique game plan. The 49ers, for example, are firing on all cylinders offensively, with a quarterback who has been electric in recent weeks, creating a constant threat on every snap. Philadelphia's defense will need to be disciplined, anticipating adjustments and responding in real time to contain such a dynamic offense. The coaching matchups themselves are also compelling, as both sides bring a wealth of experience and strategic creativity. With the Rams, inconsistency has been an issue, and the Eagles have historically matched up well against them, giving them both a tactical and psychological edge. The Packers, despite injuries and roster transitions, remain competitive, but the ability to identify weaknesses and exploit them is an area where Philadelphia could gain an advantage. In all of these scenarios, the combination of preparation, depth, and adaptability will be decisive in determining the outcomes as the season progresses. Player management becomes an essential factor. With the final week of the regular season approaching, the Eagles coaching staff must carefully balance rest and performance. The depth at quarterback provides a unique opportunity to rest starters without compromising effectiveness, and backup players have demonstrated the ability to maintain high-level performance when called upon. This kind of strategic rotation ensures that the team enters the playoffs physically refreshed and mentally sharp, while also giving younger players valuable experience in game conditions. Beyond the quarterbacks, workload management extends across the roster, with careful monitoring of key positions, adjustments in practice intensity, and consideration of situational usage. This attention to detail ensures that when the postseason begins, Philadelphia can rely on every player being ready to contribute at their peak. Special teams and situational plays have quietly shaped the Eagles' season in ways that often fly under the radar. A reliable kicker, precise snapping, and disciplined coverage units turn tight contests into victories. Small adjustments in these areas have had a tangible impact on outcomes, reflecting the meticulous planning that goes into every facet of the game. On offense, despite occasional struggles, elite receivers have consistently made key plays that shift momentum and create scoring opportunities. The offensive line, quarterback decision-making, and creative schemes work in concert to sustain drives and exploit defensive vulnerabilities. Even when execution falters slightly, the team's resilience and adaptability have kept them competitive. In every contest, a testament to both preparation and talent, second-half performances deserve particular attention, as statistics alone often fail to capture the nuances of play. Quarterbacks face pressure, defensive adjustments limit options, and decision-making under duress becomes critical. Looking closely at these moments shows the complexity of executing at a high level and the strategic growth the team has achieved. Accountability, both from the players and the coaching staff, ensures that adjustments are made, mistakes are learned from, and future performances improve. This ongoing refinement is a hallmark of teams capable of contending deep into the postseason, and the Eagles have demonstrated their commitment to adapting and evolving throughout the year. The interplay between offense and defense has defined Philadelphia's identity this season. When the offense is in rhythm, it forces opposing teams into reactive strategies, creating opportunities for the defense to capitalize on mistakes. Conversely, a strong defensive performance opens lanes and simplifies choices for the offense. Watching skilled players synchronize with the quarterback's vision and decisions creates a rhythm that is both calculated and dynamic. Even under challenging circumstances, the Eagles find ways to maintain momentum, using creative play calling, movement, and quick adjustments. This synergy, built on understanding both the team's strengths and the opponent's weaknesses, is what positions Philadelphia as a serious contender and makes watching them such a captivating experience. Special teams remain a critical, though often understated, part of the Eagles' success. High-pressure kicks, disciplined coverage, and situational awareness all contribute to narrow victories. The organization's attention to detail ensures that every player on special teams is prepared. From blocking responsibilities to field positioning, even minor adjustments have tangible impacts. And the Eagles' ability to adapt in these areas has been consistent throughout the season, reflecting a culture of preparation and excellence. Every aspect of execution, no matter how small, contributes to the team's overarching goal of postseason success. As we look forward to the potential playoff matchups, each scenario presents unique challenges. The 49ers' offense, the Rams' inconsistency, and the Packers' roster management all create different puzzles for the Eagles to solve. Defensive preparation, offensive adaptability, and situational awareness will be paramount. Player rotations and health management also play crucial roles in maintaining performance. During the intense playoff stretch, every decision, every snap, and every adjustment carries heightened importance as Philadelphia positions itself for a deep run, aiming not just to participate, but to contend for the championship with a clear strategy, skilled roster, and unwavering focus. As we move closer to the playoffs, the intensity within the Eagles organization has reached a new level. The players are fully aware that every practice, every walkthrough, and every team meeting is preparing them for the challenges that lie ahead. The mindset in the locker room is not just about winning regular season games. It's about establishing dominance when it counts the most. Philadelphia possesses a unique blend of veteran leadership and youthful energy, creating a balance that allows the team to adapt in real time. The coaching staff emphasizes preparation, precision, and accountability, making sure that every player understands their role and is ready to execute at the highest level. This attention to detail ensures that when the postseason begins, there are no surprises, and every player is equipped to perform under pressure. One of the most fascinating aspects of this Eagles team is the way offense and defense complement each other to generate opportunities and control the pace of the game. When the offense is clicking, defenses are forced to play reactively, which allows the Eagles' defense to capitalize on mistakes and create turnovers. Conversely, When the defensive unit shuts down key plays, it gives the offense an advantage, often resulting in momentum-shifting drives. Watching skilled players like Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, and Dallas Goedert operate in sync with the quarterback's decision-making is truly a spectacle. The coordination between different units reflects both natural talent and meticulous preparation, even when the offensive line encounters challenges. The team has adapted with quick passes, movement, and creative schemes to maintain drives. This level of synchronization demonstrates that the Eagles not only understand their own strengths, but also possess the insight to exploit the weaknesses of opponents, which makes them a formidable contender. Special teams have also played a critical role throughout the season, often in ways that fly under the radar. Jake Elliott's consistency, combined with adjustments in the long snapper position, has had a measurable impact on outcomes in close games. Every detail, from snap timing to blocking schemes, contributes to securing narrow victories. The coaching staff's focus on preparation and adaptability in this phase of the game reflects the organization's commitment to excellence. Even minor improvements in execution have had tangible results, reinforcing the idea that every position and every player matters when it comes to winning in the NFL. Looking ahead to the potential playoff matchups, Philadelphia could face teams like the 49ers, the Rams, or the Packers, each presenting unique challenges. The 49ers offense, led by a quarterback who has been incredibly dynamic, requires the Eagles to bring their best defensive performance. Discipline, anticipation, and adaptability will be essential to contain a team capable of creating explosive plays out of structured and improvised situations. Kyle Shanahan's play calling adds another layer of complexity, making preparation and strategy pivotal. With the Rams, despite their talent, there have been signs of inconsistency that Philadelphia can exploit. Historical matchups suggest that the Eagles have the upper hand, psychologically and tactically, giving them confidence going into a potential rematch. The Packers, though facing injuries and roster adjustments, remain competitive, but careful game planning, depth utilization, and adaptability give Philadelphia an edge. Each potential playoff matchup will require the Eagles to combine execution, strategic insight, and mental toughness to succeed. Player management becomes even more critical as the postseason approaches. The coaching staff must balance the need for rest with the importance of maintaining momentum and readiness. Week 18 offers the opportunity to give key players rest while testing the depth of the roster. In meaningful situations, backup quarterbacks have demonstrated they can lead the offense effectively, ensuring the starters remain fresh and healthy for high-stakes postseason games. Strategic rotations extend across the roster, including situational substitutions, careful monitoring of workloads, and focused practice sessions that reinforce the team's readiness. This balance between rest and preparation is essential for sustaining performance during the intensity of the playoffs. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Whispers are growing louder across the league, and the NFL world is buzzing with speculation. Could Jalen Hurts, the dynamic quarterback who has become the face of the Philadelphia Eagles, be on his way out of the franchise? Sources close to this situation suggest that discussions behind the scenes are heating up, and the Eagles might be contemplating a future without their star signal caller. Hurts has undeniably carved out a place in Eagles history. From electrifying scrambles to pinpoint passes, his dual-threat abilities have made him one of the most exciting players in the league. Fans have celebrated his rise from promising rookie to team leader, and his presence has transformed the Eagles' offense into one of the most formidable in the NFL. But as much as the city has embraced him, whispers of change are starting to circulate. Several factors are fueling the speculation: contract negotiations, team dynamics, and the ever-present pressure to deliver a championship are said to be complicating matters behind the scenes. Some insiders hint that the Eagles' front office is exploring every possible option to ensure long-term success, which could include moving on from Hurts if the right circumstances arise. Meanwhile, other reports suggest that rival teams are quietly monitoring the situation, ready to pounce if an opportunity to acquire a quarterback of Hurts' caliber emerges. For a player who has become synonymous with Philadelphia's recent resurgence, the thought of Hurts in another uniform is both shocking and tantalizing. The quarterback market in the NFL is notoriously volatile, and a player of Hurts' talent rarely stays under the radar for long. Whether this is a strategic maneuver, a negotiating tactic, or a genuine possibility of departure, speculation alone is enough to send ripples through the league and ignite endless debates among fans and analysts alike. As the rumors swirl, one thing is clear: if Jalen Hurts does leave, it would mark the end of a chapter in Eagles history. The franchise, the fans, and the city itself would be facing a pivotal moment, one that could redefine their trajectory for years to come. Until any official announcement is made, the NFL world will continue to watch, guess, and debate, knowing that the next move could reshape the future not just of the Eagles, but of the league as a whole. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.